The buttons worked. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in the Four Keeps, the Mechanical Tyrant one-shot minigame. As you can probably see, based off of our layout, I am not going to be the dungeon master this week. I needed a little bit of a break because I was feeling a tad bit of burnout, and Cyber was kind enough to offer to run a game in our Monday night show setting. So that is what we are going to be doing this very evening. This very evening, of course, being February 10th, 2020. And hey, guess what? You are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to tell each and every single one of our viewers, as well as those who possibly haven't found us yet but are watching the VODs, because we feel like it is a very important thing to remind you all of. Sometimes you just don't hear it, so why not hear it from us? And of course, if this is your first time joining in and you don't know what's going on, but you'd like to catch up, consider going to youtube.com/indooradventures, where we have VODs of all of our games posted for your viewing pleasure. You can, of course, also go, if you're more of an audiocast type person, to wherever audiocasts are made available for free. Look up Indoor Adventures and you can find us there. We also have a Patreon set up, which is really neat because last week we were able to become a fully sustainable show via Patreon donation. So if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can help support the show as well as contribute to help us get improved art assets, improved technical equipment, all of those sorts of things, because everybody's donations do, of course, go to helping support the show. Also, if you already support the show in any number of these ways, consider going to indooradventure.redbubble.com. We got t-shirts, we got mugs, we got posters, we got all sorts of crazy stuff, even shower curtains and throw pillows that you can get, and after, or if you purchase them, hey, all of that goes to help support the show as well, and you get yourself some pretty sweet merch, if I do say so myself. That's where t-shirts like the dragons we're the friends we made along the way, his Indoor Adventures hoodie, and even this poster came from. So if you like any of this stuff or any of the stuff that you see pretty much that has our shit on it, go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. But that is it for my spiel. So hey, RJ, who are you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ and I play Caelum, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric.
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp, and I'm playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter.
Dude, am I going first?
Yeah.
I'm going before you? Oh gosh. Okay, hi everybody. I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener, and I'm going to be playing as Coriander, the Elegant Paladin.
And hello, everybody. My name is the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I am going to be playing Kat, the Tiefling Artificer.
And hello, I'm Cyber, and I will be your dungeon master for today. But I really forgot what happened last episode, so can we get a little bit of a recap?
Yeah, of course. So, in the last session, you all decided after much deliberation and intense rounds of problem solving that you were going to hold on to a very sturdy metal chain and drop Cori into a pool of magma so that way she could find the Spirit of Summer. That actually took up the majority of the session, was just trying to figure out how best to dunk your friend in the forbidden pool. But eventually you figured it out and sent Cori down deeper into the magma pool. At a certain point, Cori, you ended up having to let go of said chain or let your friends know, hey, I'm going in deeper. And ultimately, you were able to collect a very small portion of the chain, but more importantly, ended up regaining the Spirit of Summer. And in doing so, also learned the name of a primordial elemental fire, a creature known as his Prak. Upon learning the name of this form, you ended up regaining the Spirit of Summer to your friend's celebration, although it was a little bit of a concern as you had been down underneath the magma pools for longer than 10 minutes, which was the extent of the potion that you had received. And during this time, a young dwarven princeling named Truber that you had met and thought was simply a member of the Forge, ended up coming with a large group of other armored dwarf individuals and extended an offer to join him and his family for, I believe it was lunch. Or no, it was breakfast at this point, as it was all still so early. Lunch?
We said dinner because we needed to figure things out.
I think the original offer was like brunch.
I believe it was as well. But seeing your Eladrin friend come out of a pool of magma in full summer glory, that is where we ended. With, I believe, Cori asking in a almost Australian accent, "Who the fuck is this?"
Which, you know, to start off me running this session, Cori, take a point of inspiration for that.
Nice.
But you have definitely just reappeared, and with all that fiery attitude of kind of put off everybody, or this group of dignitaries. So they're just like, so yeah, dinner. Why don't you cool off? Bye.
What? This guy just seriously asked me to cool off.
And
All right,
they-
Cori, calm
Who
down.
do you think you are?
She's if Gwen tells you to calm down, you know you're doing things wrong.
Caelum's gonna walk over to Cori, like touch her armor, like just quickly tap it, see if it's still hot.
Oof, owie.
Takes his water skin and just like splashes her quickly.
She's
All
just
right.
like hissing.
Well, he made it back. That's good. How was it?
Hot. She
Uh,
shakes
Yeah.
water droplets off of her.
Okay. Well, so that was like sort of the envoy to the king. And I'm pretty sure he has some business that he wants to talk to us about with the whole job that we took, with the fire giant stronghold and everything. So,
So don't be a dick.
well, no, I was just saying we should probably just like get ready if there are any like clothes that you need to get.
Oh, should we
Just,
dress up nice for this?
I mean, maybe.
Just a little. It's the king, and it's.
I
a
don't have
meal.
any fancy clothes.
Or like nice armor. Or like clean off this armor.
Bath time?
Sure.
Sure. I've never seen you so enthused about a bath before.
I just want to see you guys naked again.
Oh.
Right to the
Oh.
point.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you find another bathhouse to assuage your curiosity?
We
Yeah.
Is there more than one in town?
There's really just the one.
Temple of Soon.
Yeah, it's the Temple of Soon that's like a public sponsored bath. Otherwise, you could possibly find like smaller baths to go to. But Gwen, the Temple of Soon has not steered you wrong since you started going.
Hell yeah. You know,
Oh.
as we're walking, Gwen will just mention, you know, when I heard that we were going to the Temple of Inspired Hands, I got really excited, but turns out they do other things. It's not like, I
Wrong.
thought most temples were like this.
Wrong kind of inspired hands. Air quotes.
Yeah.
Take a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like I should be doing something for this.
I've been hanging on to that joke for 3 weeks. All right.
God.
I do not condone this, but I will reward it.
So yes, we'd like to go there and get a bath for all of us.
Okay, so yeah, you go in and Arjan will detract from the party funds however much it one of these typically goes, I don't have his character sheet pulled up, so I'm not going to worry about
That's
it right
okay.
now.
Yeah, it's fine.
And you all find a nice private bath for the 4 of you.
Cool. How are the lumps doing, Steven?
They have grown in size,
Oh,
and they seem to almost move on their own sometimes.
gonna update Gwen about that because she don't know. She was
Ah.
stoned.
What?
I have these lumps on my back, and they sometimes he presses one and kind of like shifts to the side a little.
Dude, the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Is it bad? Is this a bad thing?
For all I know, maybe.
Does it hurt when I poke it?
Yes. Ow.
Sorry. They're not like wings, are they?
No, they are
They're
not.
just random lumps on his back?
Yep. And they seem to be longer on one side than the other.
I
Which
feel like
side?
maybe we should get this
Longer?
looked at.
Yeah, they seem it's more of like an oval shape than a sphere.
Oh.
Oh, not like it's asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bone folders in his back.
So, like, we should get this looked at, right?
At some point, yeah.
No one else is concerned about this?
I mean, I'm definitely concerned, but I'm not really sure if there's anybody that we could talk to about this.
Seems like fairly invasive surgery.
What's surgery?
When you cut somebody open to take out all the bad stuff in them.
We don't call that surgery in the tribe.
But
It's
you
not-
keep them alive.
Oh,
It's not hurting you, is it?
Only when I, like, put pressure on them, but, you know, I've learned to sleep in my tummy.
Oh,
bless his heart.
broke character there.
We bathe.
We bathe.
Caelum's not allowed to use the word tummy.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Steven, does your mug say evil?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
God.
Wait, what? Huh? Oh, it does say evil.
Wow.
I literally couldn't read it earlier.
Spoilers!
Wow. Apparently cats are evil.
This will be fine. This is fine.
As you are bathing, at some point, a corner of this private room is quickly engulfed in an inky darkness, but only for a moment. As the smoky darkness dissipates, you see a familiar draconic humanoid. Their steely spectacles and their wicked scimitars hanging from their waist, glinting in the light that pervades the room.
Divine sense.
I know.
Newell is a fiend.
Have we seen this guy before?
Yes, I think so. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen him.
I
Gwen may not have seen him.
don't think Gwen has seen them.
Oh, Gwen jumps out of the pool butt naked, has her fists in front of her, and she's like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Caelum reaches up and grabs her ankle.
Ah!
Cori's like sitting with her back to Newell in the hot tub. She turns around, just kind of looks at Newell over her shoulder, and she just, it's been a while.
Do we know this person?
We do.
Is he cool?
Yeah.
I killed them once accidentally. We met them in Arjan's heart.
Oh.
Right. Hello.
I thought that they were Arjan's father, and tried to rid him of that particular ailment.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna get back in the water now.
I'm sorry. I did not realize that I was interrupting. If it would please your grace and everybody, your presence has been requested in Her Majesty's domain. There is something the Obsidian Tyrant would like you all to see.
But
I have a question. What?
Tarlan wants to show us something.
Oh, good. Not like the other dragon, the one with a bunch of heads.
Oh, you surely mean the queen.
Aren't there multiple? One of the queen, she is, I guess, as one entity, she is the queen, right?
Yes.
The dragon queen.
Yes, that's correct.
We're not talking about her, right?
We will be going to her domain, yes.
But not talking to her?
She has not requested you specifically, so I do not believe that you will be granted an audience with her.
Who specifically did she request?
She did not request any of you. The Obsidian Tyrant did.
That's Tarlan.
Yes.
Right, yeah, okay. Sweet. Never been off this plane before, so, that'll be fun. Does it hurt?
No, it will just take a moment, once you are all presentable.
You don't like what you see?
You should dress for warm weather.
Right. Gwen goes and gets dressed.
They seem completely indifferent to everything that you're presenting.
So will you be meeting us out there, or do we have to come back in here to use a portal, or?
As soon as you're ready, let me know.
We shall go get ready.
Yep. And as soon as you are, the darkness engulfs you once more. A hot, stinging air assaults your senses. Your eyes adjust to the dim light smoldering through the red sky, marred by a cover of black Icarus smoke that twists and turns into ever more macabre shapes. As you study the scene around you, you are immediately taken back by the colossal reptilian skull looming over you, surrounded by bones the size of houses. It's acrid smoke rising from the skull's maw. In the distance behind, you can barely make out the twisted steeples topping the asymmetrical towers of an imposing cathedral. The draconic humanoid mule, they gesture their elongated draconic arm forward, and you quickly recognize the shape of a constructed creature, a giant winged reptile, or at least shaped in the form of one, appearing to have been forged and wrought from a twisted black metal that throbs with an infernal light. Its eyes are vacant, innate. And from this constructed creature is facing you, and from what should be its chest, but instead it's just a large gaping hole in it. The shell of it is open, and out crawls a devilish draconic creature similar to Newell. Her white scale is marred in places by thin black soot. Her reptilian hair gathered behind her head into a messy bun, and around her waist you can see a belt of various tools that hang and clatter as she creeps over to greet you. And beside her is a tiefling girl. Would you like to describe this character?
So Kat has very wild frizzy hair that she just keeps up in a very loose bun as best she can. Her horns kind of come up and through the back, but it looks like she's almost using her own horns to help keep her hair up, with some very thin wires tied in the back to sort of just cut it off at a particular angle, so that way it doesn't just always consistently fall down. She is wearing goggles kind of hang loose around her neck, and she's wearing what looks like studded leather armor, but it has a more pronounced pauldron on the left-hand side, and there is a floating dodecahedron next to her that she seems to talk to on occasion, but she's mostly communicating with this large dragonborn. She has it's like a very deep purple complexion, and then black sclera and golden pupils. As far as like body type goes, I guess she's a little bit bigger. That's it.
You are muted, Cori.
Sorry, I'm speaking out of character. I'm freaking out over tieflings. I said she's beautiful and she's wonderful and I love her and I would die for her.
If you know what Princess Entrapta looks like from She-Ra and the Princesses
Oh
of
my
Power,
god,
it is that
you
body type.
motherfucker!
Thank you, Hype Goblin, for the sub.
Yes, Your Grace, may I present Bridget and Cat Stonemantle. That's your last name, right?
Stonemantle, yes.
Stonemantle.
Dang.
They've been working on this at Tarlane's behest.
Any relation to Odd Stonemantle?
You know Grandpa!
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
do we?
We met briefly.
I think that you were at a cloud giant orgy at
Orgy.
the time.
Why do things always happen when I'm gone?
I think things just keep happening regardless of whether or not any of us are here.
No, that's not how this works.
Listen,
Yeah.
one time I left and I came back and Caelum was 14. Things just happen.
This is what Tarlane decided to do with this.
Well,
Yes.
we couldn't really make it smaller so much, so we just had to. Isn't it marvelous?
Yes. What can we like? What? This was supposed to be like a body for him. Like, what does he want us to do with it?
And Kat thinks for a second and says,
Well, it was going to be his body, but then you got. Well, he ended up coming out, and then the whole thing is that originally, big dragon goes in here, big ancient sized dragon, massive, but then, and she looks towards Bridget and says, then that one released the dragon without needing the metal body, right?
Yeah, so what we've been doing is we went in and we put in a couple of like cockpits and like we put in some controls so that like all the dragon stuff like y'all could use it yourselves. It's just been me and Miss Steinmantle here. I mean, we just been working on this whole time.
So it's operable?
Oh yeah, you want to come in and see it?
Yes.
All right, come in. I'll show y'all. And Arjan's staring at the construct. He's pondering something and then turns to Neil. I need to talk to him. Of course. I have to say, I'm a bit wary of bringing your friends for this. So
When you say that, Cori turns around. Her eyes are just flashing completely red at the mention of Tarlayan. She's just looking directly at Arjan.
why don't you go check out the construct? I won't be long.
Are you going to be okay?
I don't think there's anything he could do to me here.
Maybe not physically.
I'll be fine.
Like really fine or like girl fine?
Like girl, fine, but yeah, we'll deal with it.
All right, as long as you talk to me about it later.
And Arjan and Yul they both go. Neil, they lead Arjan into the gigantic skull. It looks like there's a tunnel leading further in towards the cathedral.
Gwen's gonna lean up to Cori as they're walking and kind of lag back. You know, if Kat doesn't open her mouth, she's pretty fucking hot.
So y'all coming in or what?
Oh, sorry, let's go.
Most things are hot down here.
And yet, Bridget and Kat, or just Bridget, they will just lead you into the interior of this construct, and you can see as you climb in through the chest, there's a few driver seats with like a few controls and everything, and Bridget will show everybody. So like these two things, they control like the claws. If you really wanted to, you could have just like press this, pull that, and it'll like reach out and like either slash something or like grapple it. And over here, if you follow up in here and you go into the head, you could make it bite out and just chomp on things, or you could try to make it shoot acid and it'll like vaporize like a whole bunch, but it has to like work up a little bit again. And then you can also drive it by doing it, but like we don't have one like central thing for that, so like people have to like sit in different places and then they'll be able to do one thing. It's easy. I'll show you.
Do you have like a manual, or is this all gonna be a?
Can you read Infernal?
Actually, no.
It looks like you're gonna be learning by doing, mister. Speaking
Great.
of which, how does it work?
And she is just like squatted down looking at T-Can.
Oh, it's Tikan picks her up, my familiar.
And just like puts the goggles on and just like goes to reach out to like touch T-Can's arm. Like moves it.
But it's made of what? You said it's your familiar? Is it like an imp? Did it trick itself? Are you an artificer? Did you make your familiar? What is this?
You know what? Just a gift.
I want to know how it works.
And she like, you can see she gets this very large smile on her face. She's wearing kind of thicker gloves that look like they have like wires running through the palms that have separate nodules where each of her finger joints would be.
Caelum like puts Tikan on the palm of his hand and then slaps down and dismisses her for like pockets her. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, Katie, are you being rude?
No!
Like stands up and then bolts over to help Bridget.
Yeah, what's going on?
I have questions.
All right.
Did you say pilot this?
Yeah.
Did you say that we're gonna pilot this?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're here for a test drive, right?
Gwen looks at her companions like, is that what we're fucking doing here?
Well, yeah, we were told that people were going to like come down here, like people who were like really important in like the Queen's area of expertise. They were like going to come down and test this out.
Well, Newell never gave us the specifics. We were just told we were needed down here.
Us.
What?
Well, okay. I mean, Kat, you said you need to go somewhere, right? I mean, why don't we take the machine out for a spin and we go over there, get what you need, and go see what you need, and then hey, job well done.
You guys are gonna love it. If we find what I'm expecting we can find, we can turn the tide of the blood war. The entire thing. We can fix it. All you gotta do is believe.
I know what the blood war is.
Do I know what the blood war is?
Y'all can roll
Gwen
some
does
checks.
not know what the blood war is.
These would be history checks, possibly religion.
Gwen is very confused about everything, but she's gonna go for a ride.
20 and 3.
Natural Gwen!
Nailed it.
Stay
dumb.
dumb, Cori. You have inspiration.
I'm not gonna re-roll that. Are you kidding me? That's too perfect. Yes, the Blood War.
Caelum, you know that the Blood War is a battle that has been going on for millennia here in the first layer of hell in Avernus. Is the conflict between the demons of the abyss and the devils of Mator that has been in a stalemate for a long time.
What exactly are we going off to find that will turn the tide of the millennia-old battle?
Well, put it this way. Creatures down here, we're pretty used to being on fire, or at least near fire, or sometimes setting others on fire. Sometimes the setting others on fire doesn't go as well as we want it to, but there was an inventor who figured out a way to actually do some of this damage onto creatures that would otherwise, not be as susceptible to it. So what we're figuring out is that if we can get some of those parts, we can implement it into this machine.
Why don't you just go to the plane of water and put them out?
What? Why? I don't... Okay, first off, traveling the planes isn't that easy, okay? It takes a little bit of forethought. You could transport yourself to another plane, be stuck halfway in a wall. Doesn't matter how prepared you are, you're gonna die. It's a bad time. But
I'm sorry, could that have happened to us coming here?
oh yeah, totally, 110%. But if our math is correct, which it should be, and if it's not, it's progress. If it's correct, we can learn how to fight these creatures much more effectively.
Okay.
Roll an intelligence check.
Whom?
Cat.
Whomst?
Am I adding anything?
Your proficiency.
Okay. That is a 26.
26. Yeah. Yeah. So the thing that you are specifically trying to find right now is what is called a hellfire weapon. A few creatures on Avernus have been using them. Things slain by these immediately have their souls sent to the river Styx, where they will emerge as a lemure. However, they don't work on demons. Yet. You are trying to find some of these hellfire weapons. And you have a pretty good idea of where some are. At this wreckage of, well, a lot. It's where a flying fortress went down. And you believe that if you can scavenge some of these hellfire weapons, you may be able to figure out how to make them work on the abyssal nature of a demon.
She's super jazzed. As far as letting the other party members know, I feel like it is... She does let you know, but she is excited to the point where she'll get like half a sentence in, talk about how excited she is about it, then go back to the main sentence and just kind of continue from there. It's very jarring.
So, with these hellfire weapons, you're basically bolstering your own forces by killing demons. Rad.
And I feel like during her mild presentation, her homunculus servant is just like displaying graphs and charts that show like, this is our current death ratio to how many people we send in fighting. If we can do this, then their deaths increase right here, and then becomes a similar chart that we just relabel potential new fighters.
Yeah, just like look how many soul conversions we have to do to even be able to like stand a chance against the demons. But if we can turn demons into devils, then we don't have to convert as many souls. Stocks.
God, I've been looking at too many spreadsheets because now it's just one big spreadsheet and a fucking table in my head.
Cori's like not retaining any of this, but she's just like trying to look serious and stoic.
Gwen's not retaining, but she is not trying to hide it. She is open mouthed, like confused face.
They're trying to win a war.
Yeah, it seems way too complicated. Like, just kill him. You know, just attack him and kill him. That's the wars I've been in.
So, what do you need from us?
Well, we want y'all to test out this machine, and Kat wants to go. Where are you trying to go?
And
I'm sorry, Katie.
It's Cat. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
And she again, there will be like a hollow map that shows up from her dodecahedron. And she says, "All right, peoples, let's do this." And she taps it a few times in order to actually get it to pop up. But it is just a map that like a big X that looks like it's more like a digitized kind of thing.
I'm sorry, did you name it Peebles?
I did name my little dice robot Peoples.
It's weird, as you're looking at this map, the geometry of it is consistently changing, but it apparently makes sense to Kat.
You just gotta know how to read maps. It's simple, really.
It's kind of giving the rest of you a headache.
Bridget, are you coming with us?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be here and make sure that if you have questions, I'm like here to explain it to you, like which things to pull. Like if something gets stuck, then I can just like bang it and make it work again.
Okay, we're gonna need to get a message out to Arjan if we're going on this excursion. We cool with this, guys?
Fuck yeah.
Cori just kind of like stares at it for a second, and then she turns around and gives you a wicked smile.
Oh, we'll be back in a jiffy. No problem.
There's two of us now.
Oh boy.
Oh my dinner.
Oh my god, poor Caelum.
Well, were y'all like in a rush where y'all were coming from?
No.
All right.
Wait, why?
I don't know. Y'all seem to be worried about getting back in time. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, we have dinner plans.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it.
All right, she said don't worry about it. She seems pretty trustworthy.
We might have to take another bath.
Nice.
Great.
Right. So, I have sent you all the stats for this Infernal War Machine. The way this works is that everybody who is manning the War Machine is going to be assigned to an action station. There's the helm. There are 2 claw stations, and there's the acidic maw station. Whoever is in the helm will use their action to move the Infernal War Machine. Each person in the claws can make the claw attack on their turn, and whoever is in the acidic maw can make either the bite or the acidic spray action on their turn. But most of that won't actually come up until we're in combat. So, but who would like to man the helm? Who's going to drive?
Me.
All right. So Gwen pulls up into this chair with so many buttons and levers and everything that are just a little bit above your head.
Like literally or figuratively?
Literally.
Oh,
So,
you're a booster seat.
well, Bridget is going to come by and like pull a lever next to the chair, and it's going to like lift up.
Oh, ooh, wait. Oh, this is high as it goes.
God, you already have inspiration, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Gwen's pumped.
So just pull this, and then this is how you're going to steer. And All right, Katrina, where we heading?
And Cat again, just
It's Cat, but it's fine.
and
Yeah,
then,
whatever, sweetie.
This is just their dynamic. And Cat will go into she'll go into one of the claws, I feel, and like rather than getting familiarized with the buttons, I don't feel like she's ever had to. Like she just puts her gloves that have the metallic contacts on them down onto the center console and can just sort of manipulate the tools that way. Like she's basically just hacking into it for ease.
Are you going to show Gwen where she's going?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll have it like it's basically an arrow that appears on her display or like wherever nearest she is, so that way she just knows like, okay, go straight, go left, go right, and it's more of like a very large directional arrow rather than trying to show her the map. She didn't seem like she was too keen on the map the first time, but maybe a simpleton such as this one will understand.
It's like in Dead Rising, just a little pop-up.
Yep.
Solid.
All right, Caelum and Cori.
I think I might take a look at the jaws.
All right,
Take the other claw then.
all right, and off we go. It's gonna take a little bit. A few hours are gonna pass. About an hour. How's everybody? How does everybody think they handle these controls?
Expertly.
How
No.
gentle do I have to be?
So with every bit of movement, you are making this thing moves like an actual dragon because it was programmed. It was originally constructed to be a dragon body. So you're just if you hold it a little bit, then it just like walks like a normal, very big reptile would. If you hold it down, then it sort of just like does the like dog run. It is not a stable ride. You are shaking all over.
It's like riding a wolf.
Yeah, it is absolutely like riding a wolf.
Probably especially.
You can
bouncy.
make it go up to 50 feet per second, which is very fast. And that would be its walking speed. You can press it. You can like really press it, and it goes 100 feet a second, which is even worse. You cannot make it
Second
fly
or every 6 seconds?
every 6 seconds.
Okay. I mean,
Around.
still, but Gwen, I think Gwen, this is like you guys have. Well, you guys can't see her, but she has never been more focused on anything in her life. This is like she really wants to get this because it's so much fun.
And as you're just entranced in this, and everybody has a nice view of the smoky hellscape that you're currently traversing. Everybody make a perception check.
Wait,
16.
21.
So the natural 20.
Hey.
That's 24.
Okay. So this makes sense because Gwen, you are completely entranced on like the entire landscape. The fire blasts continuously dot the landscape, and it looks like, oh my god, this is cool as shit. Caelum, you're on the left side of the claw.
I'm in the mall.
Oh, you're in the mall. Okay, so you also have a nice like view of just like everything. So yeah, we'll say that this is coming from the front. You notice there's just like a plume of like red dust billowing in the distance.
And as you keep going, it looks like it's getting closer.
Is there like a comm system, like a set of tubes that you could just shout into?
Yeah, I mean, this cockpit, like you can turn around and yell at everybody. Like you're all in pretty similar locations. Like you would be in the head, but like you can just walk out the neck and like see everybody else in their stations.
Okay. So it's not like a Millennium Falcon situation where I have to climb like a shit ton of ladders to get to a gun.
We'll say it's not because that's complicated, and I don't want to do that for this.
Okay.
We'll worry whenever I make this into a Spelljammer ship.
Incoming, I guess.
There's red dust on the horizon.
What?
What are you doing?
She yells.
She yells doing the thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
This is how you talk when you're on a ship. Over.
We've been on ships, and that's not how anyone talks. Under.
I didn't ask you, Caelum.
I know you're not supposed to have 2 inspiration, but if you happen to want to use 2, you could do that. I'm gonna say you can do that.
Yay!
Oh my god.
This dust cloud starts to get closer, and you can start to see shapes in it. It is headed directly towards you. It is an insidious vehicle that is barreling in your direction. The first thing that you notice is that the front of it seems to be like moving. It is a little bit terrifying, and I'm gonna try to find a picture of it really quickly. As it continues to get closer, you notice its crew, all of which seem to be wolf-headed humanoids wearing goggles. All of them except one. There appear to be 5 of them. And,
They look like gnolls.
And as they continue to get closer, where the hell are these rules? I need everybody.
Near the back.
I need everybody to roll for initiative. There's no. Okay, here it is.
I told you.
Oh.
It looks like this.
No, quite literally witness me, got it.
Yeah.
Witness me.
He's got like a jaw in the front, just like.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
No, it
it's
makes the
rolling at me.
Pac-Man waka 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 waka.
Fucking.
Terrible.
Caelum, what you got?
15.
15.
I also got 15.
Cool.
But you have better decks.
I do.
Gwen
18.
and Kat.
12.
Cool. I hope this works. I'm using Excel.
Woo!
Short range.
Oh, that's right. We leveled up.
You did.
Hell yeah.
I was
I
like,
have
what
more
is
hit points than Caelum now.
superiority dice?
Ooh. So up first is going to be you, Gwen. It looks like this this machine is about like 100 feet away from you. You can use your action to you would have to use your action to move
Yeah.
the ship, but
I'm gonna. The claws are at the front, right?
yes. Well,
Okay.
they're on the side, but they can reach to the front.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. It works like a dragon would.
Yeah. I'm gonna. She's gonna move. Not the full 100, but she'll move 80.
Okay.
To get in range for the acid spray, if it's so chooses to be used.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's great because up next is going to be Caelum.
Hello. Yeah, I guess I'm aiming an acid spray at the deck of the ship where all these peoples are. Just hits a button.
All right.
It is a very large, obvious button, by the way. It's one of the engineers for this. You bet your ass it's a big, easily pushed button.
It is a very easily pushed button. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mark these hit points because I haven't done that yet, and I might need to. Okay.
Jeez.
So that is going to be a save from each creature in the cone, and that is a 30-foot cone. Okay, cool. Well, there are five people and a machine that will not be able to make the save. That's a fail. What's the save?
12. Dex.
12. Okay, that's a success. Go ahead and roll that damage. That's a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
That's a natural 20. And that is a failure.
Exactly 40 points of acid damage, so 20 on a save. Huh. I got average.
Wait, that was 40 and 20 on a save?
Yes, sir.
Oof. Oof, owie. Oof. Oof. Oof.
I imagine there's just like a bunch of cheering and then cone. There's significantly less cheering after the cone.
All right, and this also damages the grinder. Yep, so that's going to be 40. Cool. All right, Cori, you are up next.
All right, are we within range for the claws?
You are 20 feet away. So
It's reach 15.
no.
So
No, you're not. You can hold your action.
I think I'm gonna hold my action and claw when something comes in range.
Now, would you like to claw the machine itself or one of the crew?
I'm gonna claw the machine, I think.
Okay.
That makes the most sense to me.
All right.
Are you able to grapple vehicles?
I don't see why not.
Hell yeah.
Now, you can only grapple things that are, if the target is a creature, the machine is not a creature.
Okay, never mind. But I will do an attack when they get close.
Okay. Cat.
All right, so Cat is going to Cat's going to look at Peebles and say, "We're gonna need Trudy for this one." And a beam of light comes out of the base of Peebles, and it looks like it happens in the same kind of pattern as 3D printing. But she's going to use her action to create a Eldritch Cannon, which just looks like a larger, like almost like a larger sphere that just sort of has a center axis on it. And as the sphere moves, the center axis stays put, but it'll roll towards where it can see. And she'll make a Eldritch Cannon attack at this creature with a Force Ballista.
At the Demon Grinder or at one of the crew?
I will do, if I can see their pilot, I'll shoot the pilot.
Yes, there appears to be one of these wolf-headed humanoids who seems to be controlling or giving orders to the rest of them and manning the helm.
Okay, so make an attack roll as a bonus action with this thing. Does a 14 hit it?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. All right, then it is going to end up taking... Where did that other dice go? I don't know. It is going to be taking 18 points of force damage.
All right.
And that's all the cat can do. Because she used her action to create the cannon and then bonus to blast it.
All right. Up next, it is going to be this creature's turn. Oof, owie. Oof, owie. They are going to cast a prayer of healing. You just hear this like sort of panicked, but like they want to be strong. They want to be strong for Mother. This howl coming from the creature, and this sort of like silver light just envelops everybody, and they all heal a number of hit points. It's a good number, I think. Up next is going to be, well, oh no, it's literally just a gauntlet of these. Cool. Man, I don't want to keep track of this.
You're doing great.
Up next, one of these creatures is going to okay, so they are going to take control of the helm whenever Feanor steps out of the cockpit, and they are going to move it closer to you. At this point, Cori, if you would like to use your reaction, you may attack this thing.
Hell yeah. Fun. How's about a 16?
A 16 will not hit this.
Claw comes down and just like buries itself into red earth, sprays everywhere. Fuck!
Right. Up next is going to one of these creatures is at the back and is going to cause the back end of the ship, which you see is holding a large wrecking ball aloft, and it's going to start swinging towards the claw that you are in, RJ. Caelum. Does a...
He's in the maw. It's Cori.
That's right.
Cat,
Who's in the left? You're in there, Cat. Okay.
Yes.
Does a 22 hit? No, you have cover. You have half cover. You have 3/4 cover.
Which adds how much to your AC?
+5.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Okay. That is fine. Where is the cover? Okay, 3/4 cover. That is +5, and
Half
dexterity
cover
saves.
is +2, 3/4 is +5.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Oh, cover does something for dex saves. That's cool. I need to remember that. And it is now the last. Nope, there are 2 more creatures. One of them is going to, from the side of this, you see a harpoon just like start flying out, and it's going to try to just attack the vessel, and it's going to miss. It just hits the armor and quickly just like falls off. The last creature looks a bit different from the rest of them. They're still a wolf-headed humanoid, but you see that it looks like their skin is entirely made of metal. They are going to try to jump onto the dragon. And with a, where's your stat block? Yeah, that's it. That's the 15. I do believe they are going to be able to grab onto the side of the claw where you were at, Cat. And you just see this like full metal werewolf
It's badass.
clawing his way onto the dragon. That is the end of the round. Up first is going to be Gwen.
Gwen is gonna. They closed the gap already, right?
They have closed the gap.
And that is. Can I try to get behind them?
Yes, you can maneuver it backward or forward to get to the backside of it.
Cool. I'm gonna do a sick ass tail whip with it, like just kind of Tokyo drift out.
Yeah.
And get behind him. It's really impressive.
Yeah, it really is. Are you trying to shake this creature off?
That's probably a good idea. Can I do that?
Yeah. Why? This is somewhat like a grapple, right? Why don't you roll a strength check using the
+6? Fuck yeah.
the war machine?
Ooh, 15.
That's 3.
Nice.
So he falls to the ground. And
Gwen's gonna lean out the window and go, "Ha, fucker!"
It's funny because the war machine was still moving forward, and chomp, 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 chomp was happening. And as he falls down, he is gonna be taking some damage from the demon grinder, which is called a demon grinder because it grinds demons. So we'll see exactly what happens here.
And this was not the metal boy? This is just regular one?
This was the metal boy.
Oh boy.
Oh no. I don't have enough D10s for this.
Baby, no.
Baby, yes, it's our enemy.
So what you're saying is I should jump directly into that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Right into there?
110%.
Go for
Cori can jump right here.
3. That's 17.
The angel.
23. 39 points of damage. Oh no, that is not the chomper. It counts anyway. You hear the worst metallic grinding and the most pitiful, like, auto-tuned howl that you can, as this creature is just absolutely devoured by this machine, and you see little bits start flying out of the pipes at the end.
Oh shit!
That was your turn, Gwen.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Ooh. Serves me right for making Warforged werewolves. Caelum, you roll a d6, please.
Yeah. Does not recharge.
Okay.
Could I open the maw out and shoot out of it?
Yes.
Cool. I would like to do that. Turning to shout to Cat. Hey, Cat, how do you say hi in Infernal?
It sounds like she's hissing at you, but the smile that she has on her face makes you believe that it is a hello.
Cool. Caelum tries to replicate that and casts a guiding bolt at the vehicle.
Okay. Make an attack. You're trying to hit a 19.
I think that hits exactly. Plus... Yeah. 13 and 6 is 19.
Okay. Please roll for the damage.
Oh, hold 1 sec. I gotta do that real quick. Fuck. I should know these numbers now. 76. 32 points of radiant damage. Or
32?
lightning damage, sorry.
32 points of lightning damage.
And next hit gets advantage on the vehicle.
I have to roll on a table for this. Okay, so that was 32.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you look on that stat block that I sent you all, you'll see next to the hit points there's a damage threshold and a mishap threshold.
Oh.
If you do not deal enough damage to the machine to go over that damage threshold, you don't do any damage to it.
Right.
But if you score more than that, it'll take the damage as normal. So it's taking the whole damage for this. The
Okay.
mishap threshold means if you go over that, I have to roll on a table to see what happens. And you know what, RJ, why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Okay. 14.
14. Shedding armor. The vehicle's damage threshold is reduced by 10 until this mishap ends. This vehicle has no damage threshold now. So that's fine. Yeah, you can damage this thing a lot easier now. And it is now glowing with this like magnetism that's just gonna suck in more attacks. So up next is Cori. Cori, what you doing?
And try and destroy something. How many dudes are left?
4.
There's 4 dudes. Is there someone driving?
Yes.
I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
I'm going
Yeah, make your attack roll.
to get him. Wait, hold on. Wait, actually, what's the guiding bolt on? I apologize.
The guiding bolt is on the machine itself.
Well, in that case, I'm going for the machine. 21.
21 is going to hit.
I have a question.
I might have an
I was
answer.
about to ask too.
Is this considered
A weapon?
a weapon?
Yes.
Can I smite on this?
Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay then. I'm blowing a 3rd level smite on this.
Okay.
Hello,
Oh my
everyone,
God.
and welcome to Banana Shoes, the game. This is fucking amazing.
My banana shoes. My banana shoes. All right.
Yep, you'll see right on the action station. This is a weapon attack.
Is this vehicle fiendish in nature?
It is. I would not consider it a machine. Like, it's not a creature. Or it is a machine. It is not a creature.
All right, so it wouldn't get the extra D8 of smite damage
Unfortunately not.
from being okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, first of all, here is the slashing damage from the claws. 6, 11. Oh God, simple math. 17, and then so 23 slashing damage. And here comes the smite. It's 2 for a regular smite, and then 2nd level, 3rd level, 2 more. All right, so that's going to be 8, 12, 16, 17 radiant damage.
Can you roll a d20 for me?
Mishap stack? Oh no.
Yeah. This is Mad Max.
I rolled a 3 on the d20.
The vehicle can move in a straight line only. It automatically fails dexterity checks and dexterity saving throws until this mishap ends.
So like Cori's got like two like joysticks in her hands, and she just like shoves them forward, and the claws dig into the vehicle and like yanks out some like important infrastructure within.
Yeah,
And
you literally
erupts.
like tear out the steering mechanism.
It erupts into moonfire. Ugh!
It is Moonfire, isn't it?
What?
That
These
was
are
badass,
werewolves.
sorry.
Spell.
These are werewolves.
Should I be? Oh fuck. Okay. I was like, should I be concerned? Oh
Okay,
my.
well, they all rolled pretty good. Can you roll a d8, please?
Okay. 7.
7. Okay, they're. I'm gonna say they're all gonna be taking 3 points of extra damage just from the moonfire.
Amazing.
Okay, Cat.
This is a good game.
Cat is fucking so proud of all of you. She's very curious about Caelum as a whole. He just shot electricity out of his hands, but like he doesn't have wires on him or anything. How's that supposed to work out? Anyways, she reaches into her she reaches to her hip and pulls out what looks like it's a revolver, to put it lightly, but it has like these very sickly green glowing chambers on it. And she she says, Peebles, shatter spray. And she Peebles like chunks out a bullet that she just catches in the air with her revolver, points out of her area that she can see, and is going to cast shatter on the front end of this vehicle as it's driving, to see if she can like blast it ass over tea kettle.
Right. I'm gonna look up what the shatter spell does. I know I'm going to need to make a save for that. I think
It is a con save.
a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on this saving throw. So, okay, so this does say each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere, and I did already say that this was not a creature, but it is a non-magical object that isn't being word carried. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna work. It can't make a save. Oh, well, it does have a Constitution score. I'm gonna roll anyway.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
Excellent. That is 14 points of thunder damage.
All right. Roll a d20 for me. No, don't.
Okay.
Didn't score enough.
And then as a bonus action, she's going to fire with the Force Ballista.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
The what? Oh,
That is a 28 to hit.
Yep, it's gonna hit.
And then she is going to deal 18 points of force damage.
You see scrap metal continuously like fly off of this
She's cackling.
monstrous machine. Wow, it is looking rough. And wow, we are getting close to break. So what? They've already lost one of their own, even if he was a metal boy. So what the leader of the pack is going to do is he is going to step on the gas. Actually, make a perception check, everybody.
gas.
16.
Step on the gas tonight. 24.
15. I used one of my inspirations.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration as well.
Ooh, 11.
11. Okay, so everybody except Cori notices that the leader of the pack is pulling out a vial of something, and it looks like he is pouring it into some port in this machine, and the pipes on the back just like flare with this like almost black flame, and it just continues to like zoom forward, trying to get away from you as fast as possible. Everybody will be able to make an attack of opportunity if they so choose.
Could I possibly use my Warcaster feat through the maw?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody has like your full class abilities. Like while you're doing this, that's how infernal machines work.
Oh, that's not fair.
Nope, no, it's not.
Cast. The maw opens up and a small blue bead jettisons out of it and just like slowly hovers over them and then explodes into ice as I cast the frost version of Fireball I have.
What's the damage?
27.
27. You see the leader of the pack and one of the other ones just like fall over. There are still 2 survivors right now. Does anybody else have any attacks of opportunity that
Not
they
for
would like to
long.
make?
I got some claw.
Oh. What was that damage again? 22? Or 27?
But Cori, you get to claw before me. Or no,
I will
you don't,
claw.
because you did not get perception.
That's fine.
Okay.
No, the perception was just to notice the vial that he pulled out.
Got
You
it.
would still be able to make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And
This
you
is
would
not
and you would make it before Cat.
15.
Okay, a 15 is not gonna be able to hit.
That's fine.
Cat.
That's a natural 1.
All right.
All right.
So as this screamy chomper jettisons off into the distance, it would appear as if, with very few survivors, this crew is going to be able to escape. But without a scratch done to your mechanical dragon, or any of you, I believe.
Gwen is just cheering like nobody's business up at the front, like talking about how fucking awesome it was, and like recapping everything. Just in like, and then the acid came out of his mouth. It was like, bleh.
And with that, we're going to take a we're going to take a quick break. So don't go nowhere unless it is to grab food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to indooradventure.redbubble.com and pick up some merch. We got some cool stuff over there with our Hint of Fae designs, our Moon Maidens shower curtains. Go pick yourself up something nice. You deserve it. All right, everybody. See you later.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We have returned. Cyber, take it away.
So, with the fading howls of the werewolves, you continue forward, unless you would like to pursue. But, Kat, you know that over the next hill or so, you are going to make it to your destination. And as you pass over the next hill, the smoking ruins of a towering wreck command your attention. This mile-long fortress resembling a giant sword blade lies cracked atop a festering crater filled with a number of rotting, ruined infernal vehicles. As you maneuver your vessel into the crater, Kat, it dawns on you that it is going to take some effort to scour these ruins for what you're looking for. And it might be best to do this on foot.
We're gonna need to get a closer look, just in case.
Does that mean we have to leave the machine?
All right, how about this? Imagine you had a wonderful ship, and then you were going to send it through a ship graveyard. If we send it in here, it's gonna get covered in scratches. There could be things that eat us. There could be all sorts of things. We're safer on foot than we are in one of these. Well,
Aren't you worried
specifically,
about-
it's safer if we go on foot. The machine itself will look nicer, and that's the end result.
Aren't we concerned that somebody's gonna like try to take it?
That's what Bridget's
Oh, well,
for.
no, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to be staying here, and I'm going to be protecting this.
All by yourself?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, if you think are you like super powerful or something?
I'm all right.
Cori tosses her the keys.
Absolutely.
She's inexplicably wearing sunglasses, got like a toothpick in her mouth.
But
A leather jacket over everything.
Yeah, a leather jacket over her plate armor. Catches her scarf.
Coralon's angels on the back.
The dancing naked Elistray.
All right. Well, don't scratch her. She's brand new.
Oh, I'm not going to be scratching this thing. Like, I worked on this too. It's my baby too.
Our baby.
But y'all go ahead. Y'all find out what you're looking for, and then come back. I'll be right here. We'll be ready to head off in jiffy.
Cool.
All right, now y'all have fun.
Okay.
And Kat is already like lowering the front hatch for them to leave out of, and she has Trudy rolling next to her and Peebles floating by her head.
So what's that thing?
Which one? The cannon or my homunculi?
The flying one.
This is Peebles. It's like a personal recorder in case I have any thoughts that then are about halfway through and then I forget about them anyway. So that is kind of why I have her, but at the same time, she's more than a friend.
Gwen looks like I'm intrigued to go on.
And then points towards Trudy.
She makes all of my She makes all of my cannons.
Oh. Like there's nothing like...
What?
Nothing. All right, let's go, guys. Gwen trudges forward.
All right. And as you trudge forward into this graveyard of infernal machines, we are going to start a little skill challenge.
Oh no.
So, this is a large crater filled with very, very many machines that seem to have been rendered inoperable due to this gigantic fortress that has fallen into this crater. So, why don't we roll some initiative, and we'll see just how we managed to go about finding this thing, which Kat has still not really told you, like what it looks like or anything. Kat, you do know that you are looking for a destroyed Hellfire engine.
I just don't know which one.
Well, you know the specific like type of construct that this would be.
Okay, got it.
It's that stat block that I sent you earlier.
Yes.
So, Gwen, what you got?
12.
12. Caelum?
17.
17. Cori?
11.
11. And Kat?
Kat got a 17.
She
Cool.
probably has
Caleb.
better decks than me.
Caleb, cut that out.
What?
This is the second time that you've tied your initiative.
I'm just following along.
Stop it.
Right, so Kat, true form, you are going to be leading this charge. How do you intend to find your way across this infernal wreckage?
I feel like she's going to use an Arcana check, or at least like try and like Arcana her way through it, mostly because she doesn't know what ship it is, but she knows relatively what part she's looking for and what kind of magical essence that part would radiate. So I imagine that Peebles sort of like unfolds itself and turns into a radar gun attachment to her pistol, and she just starts scanning to figure out like what direction she should go in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is a 19 for Arcana.
A 19. All right. So yeah, you pull out you pull out this thing, and it scans the area for like hellfire.
My God. We have wooed him. T-pose aggressively.
Familiar, having like grown up in hell. You would definitely have the technology, having grown up in the hells, to like you would be able to program this. So yeah, this definitely works. And Peebles is able to get a pretty good read coming from like one of these directions. So you have 1 success.
We need to go this way.
Come on, Trudy! And her cannon just follows behind her.
Up next is going to be Caelum.
She took my Arcana check.
And this is why we roll initiative.
That is.
Could I do a perception check to see, like, keep a eye out for any dangers, like rusted things about to fall on us?
Absolutely.
Direct everyone.
Wait, did you just say perception?
Yes.
10.
That's why we roll initiative.
God damn it.
17.
This is called karma.
Uh, 17.
17. All right, this is going to be another success. So you are able to keep a lookout, and there actually is like a very precarious like bit of infernal scrap metal that you feel like would probably definitely fall. And you are able to direct your party around that. And as you are actually keeping an eye out for this, you also see in the sky the black clouds of the sky that are like twisting into like skulls and whatever, just like highlighting the horrors of the blood war that's going on like infernal miles away from you. That's normal, but even against the clouds, you are able to see a sort of like spectral black shape that just seems off.
Cat.
And just a little bit forward. Huh? What?
Points up.
Beautiful, aren't they?
No, there's a silhouette up there.
Cat will follow where he's pointing.
Okay, make a perception check with some help with that advantage.
Natural 20.
Oh yeah, you are absolutely able to make out this shape. This is weird. You aren't familiar with this sort of phenomena happening before, but with your natural 20, you would know that it is like vaguely the same like configuration as the machine that you've built.
Huh.
It is not the machine, but this spectral shadow that weaving its way in and out of the clouds looks vaguely draconic.
Well, that's not possible. I mean, it could be one of those fanboys.
That?
Yeah, you know, the performer that the one that we've been working for.
Arjun.
I've been working. No. What do they call them? Crown? It's like the dragon goddess. Like it could be one of her fanboys just like floating around up there, but
That's
It is gone at this point.
okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine. After all, 3 skulls in the clouds in a row? That's a good omen.
Caelum slaps his hands together and brings T-Can back out, puts her on his shoulder.
But the important part is you have a success. Up next is going to be Gwen.
Gwen is going to. We're still maneuvering.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to use athletics because that's what she's good at to get up and over things so that her friends don't have to take the hard path.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll the athletics.
It's not bad. It's a 13.
13 is just under what you needed to get. So as you come across this just like wall of wrecked machines, you're like, well, if I just move all this stuff out of the way, we could just like go through it. Like that's the easiest place,
just
right?
Pick it up and
just-
move it somewhere else.
You could just take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else. And you try, and you know what? You are able to move a lot of it out of the way. Like, let's be honest, Gwen's buff as hell. Like this is not a challenge for her. But instead, a lot of the scrap metal starts to fall on you, and you are just able to like get out of the way before being crushed under the weight of all of this black metal. So unfortunately, the way forward is hindered a little bit. This is one failure, and they're just like falling almost on top of all of this metal is what looks like a naked bird, like a bird that's like completely plucked, and it's just like, and it's falling on the ground. And it's like wheeling its little legs because it's falling on its back.
Is it evil?
Divine sense.
Divine sense.
This is fiendish in origin.
Fiend.
I mean, we're in the hells, Cori. Come on.
Well,
All right, hold on. Come here, little guy.
They're actually not bad eating if you catch them.
I'm
Is it
gonna
my-
flip it over.
Yeah. Okay. So as
It's
you,
my turn. I have a check for this.
well, we'll say this is still the results of her failure.
Got
So
it.
when you pick up this creature, and it's just you're expecting. I think you're expecting to see like a dodo or like something similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a picture of this? Oh, I hope I do. I know I do.
Oh, terrifying.
Is the cat? It's not the cat.
Boo! Boo! Why don't I have a?
Oh, that's
I'm
sweet
imagining weird, like, human-headed bird things that were
No.
in Twilight Princess.
No, it is not a uku. But as you pick it up, it's like wings like just flap, and you turn its face to you, and you realize there are no eyes and just this like very like pointed teeth, and it's just like at you, flipping it, its tongue
Throws
flipping
it.
out at you. You throw it, and it just like flaps away and immediately like falls to the ground and then like scurries away. This was an abyssal chicken.
Aw. What the fuck was that?
That was gonna be dinner, but you ruined it. You
It
let
had
it
no
escape.
eyes.
Why?
well, now's a good time for me to rethink me not being a vegetarian right now.
It was originally a you eat it or it eats you, but now we just kind of raise them.
What?
And I'm posting a picture in the Discord.
Okay.
But no,
Oh.
it was really cute.
Oh my god! Connor, what the fuck?
Abyssal chicken.
Cori says, I don't know, I thought it was a little cute.
No. No.
Cute.
Cori, you're going to be next.
It's a little cute. Just a little. What?
Caelum, you could take this as a familiar.
You were halfway in a real laugh, and then it just cut, and you were stone cold silent again. That was the most terrifying shit.
I'm sorry, my internet connection
It
ain't
was
good.
hilarious. Just real.
I had a.
You could take this as familiar.
I was about to say I had a video playing on the side because someone sent me something, and then I heard the laugh. I was like, "Is that part of the video?" And then I saw Connor like do the Raven Queen jitter, and I was like,
Yeah, this is what it's like to get DM'd by the Raven Queen.
Mhm. That's the best compliment you could have given me.
Aw.
Cori, what skill check do you think you're going to make? You cannot make athletics.
That's fine. I want to call upon my limited knowledge of the hells to try and predict and prepare for any other unexpected flora, fauna, or other dangers, unexpected obstacles that we might find down here. I'd like to roll a religion check.
A religion check. Okay.
All right. This is an intelligence skill. Be smart for once in your life.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I rolled a 6. It was a 2 on the die.
Okay.
It's improving though.
Well, you do understand a little bit, especially given other information that's come up during the session. With the blood war going on, you know that devils are a typical thing that go about Avernus, especially with the company that you've been keeping on your way here. And demons are also, this will be the place where they make an appearance and might turn up. And you realize that the abyssal chicken that just ran away, abyssal in its name, was one of these demons.
Ooh.
And as you're thinking about that, you feel a weight on your head as 2 talons just land on it. And this abyssal chicken that is landed on your head just sort of like leans over to you.
I boop it.
And it flutters off.
I boop it and it flutters away.
You have 2 failures and 2 successes. Cat.
It's all up to you, buddy.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna see if I can investigate this. Somehow, mostly like we have failed, but at this point, I'm more just like trying to think of if there's a way to identify like the age of a particular vehicle, because like we know that the thing that we're looking for is older. So is there like, are there distinguishing factors like to like rust or deterioration or decay on any of these machines that would place it around the time of a machine that I'd be looking for?
Yeah, you can absolutely make an investigation check.
Investigate. That is a 17.
All right, this is going to be another success. Yeah, so you are pretty sure that this will be a newer machine. All of the machines in this thing would have been actually, this would be a little bit older. All the machines in this crater were all rendered inoperable at about the same time. And it was the same time that this flying fortress crashed into this crater. But you are pretty sure with all of the, like a lot of these are just infernal war machines. You're pretty sure that there is one of these things that is not like the others. And it does appear to be of an older design. You believe you have found the Hellfire engine, but extracting the weapons is another thing entirely.
Just start rushing for it.
Right. Caelum.
oh my god, it's beautiful!
There she goes. We've probably been conversing this entire time, so maybe I could have gotten a wavelength on what kind of energy we're looking for, so I would also like to roll Arcana.
Absolutely.
15.
15 is enough. You are able to get a pretty good read on this hellfire energy. And you sort of know what you're like feeling for, and as you like go around this machine, you're able to pick up pretty closely on where you're getting a bigger read of this energy, where like this like hotter flame that's sort of like everything about it feels wrong. Like it's not good for your soul.
Caelum looks visibly sick.
But you're pretty sure you have found like the weakest spot of this thing to do the extraction.
Takes out some chalk. Big ass X.
All right. We have marked a place for Gwen.
Well, how gentle do I have to be with this thing?
Well, you have already rolled athletics.
I know. How gentle do I have to be with this thing?
I'd prefer you not destroy it.
Like any part of it?
Oh, we have to get in somehow.
Gwen flips up her axe. Can I make an attack?
Sure.
Okay. Does a natural 20 do anything?
I think it does a lot. You know what? That's actually going to mark 2 successes.
Woo!
Yeah. You know that one episode of SpongeBob where he has the marble slab and he just taps on it and
Yeah.
it makes David?
Yeah.
That happens. But it's just the rest of this infernal machine just like sort of breaks apart into just like scrap metal. And you see a few of the worse for wear hellfire weapons that would normally be on one of these engines. Cori.
Has she gotten in?
Yeah, everything is visible.
Ooh. Has she technically not used athletics?
She has not.
Okay. Does Cori find anything that we're supposed to like? Does she find a weapon or something that needs to be like yanked out of a wall?
Yeah. These are plant. So it's like mounted guns inside this automaton. But like most of the outer shell has been ripped apart, and so like you can see the inner workings of this and these weapons that are like mounted to the inner workings of this thing.
Well, hell yes, let's handle this very intricate piece of machinery with the utmost of care. Cori's gonna walk in. She's gonna try and yank one of the weapons out of its moorings.
Okay.
And she's going to use athletics to do so.
Go for it.
She even like heats it up with her summer bonfire creation. 17.
17 is enough to get a 7th and final success as you're able to yank this thing out. It looks like Cat, it looks like there is something very whole and operational here. You know that this is a hellfire weapon, so it probably wouldn't work on demons right now, but you have something that you could study and reverse engineer and apply certain knowledge to.
Cat just rushes over to where Cori is.
Just, it's all intact.
And she like grabs the sides of your face, just gives you a big smooch, pushes you back, and then grabs the weapon. And just like begins to inspect and look over this thing.
I don't like the feel of that.
This is incredible.
I do.
No, I mean, something's off about it.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Did you say everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Unsettling.
11.
Can I defer that perception check and instead divine sense the weapon?
Tell me how divine sense works.
Okay, I'll read it off to you. You can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. We also include Fae in this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this is... Well, what is it? What does everybody else got?
23.
17.
11.
Okay. So, Caelum, you are very focused on this Hellfire weapon because it is making you very nervous. You know that could, certain doom for your soul. Cori, whenever you cast Divine Sense, you don't get a read on this weapon. You get a hint of fiend. But part of this is because this is no longer a creature, or it has not been a part of a creature or construct that's been alive for a long time. The other part of this is because you get a much stronger reading of fiend that is descending behind you. And as you all turn and look at this this creature, it is...
She gets the Spidey sense moment.
You absolutely get the Spidey sense moment. You see this large red fiend with leathery bat wings spread out, holding a longsword in one hand and a whip in another one. And it's just at all of you. Make a religion check, Cori.
I'm sorry. Every single intelligence check has... Okay, it was a 3 on the die this time. I'm getting better.
All right. Everybody else can make a religion check as well.
19
I be able to do a
or
history
17
check?
more and it'll be a nat 20.
Yeah, you could do history.
Yes. I am
14.
still bad at that one. Oh.
16.
Blump, 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 blump.
Okay.
Wah, 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 wah.
This makes sense. Gwen and Caelum, these look a lot more close in relation to the abyssal chickens than they were your tiefling friend, or any of the Abishai that you've been working with. You get the sense that these are demons, or that this is a demon. Kat, you've heard tell of Baelors and how god awful they are. One of the front men in the Blood War. You think that they should be a little bit bigger, a lot bit bigger. If this is a Baelor, then this is a much lesser version of one, and it is looking at your Hellfire weapon hungrily. Roll for initiative.
Just clench it a little bit closer. 15.
All right. Caelum.
18.
Gwen.
14.
Cori.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Initiative.
Oh, God.
You get the sense this is a lesser Baelor.
5.
Gwen starts her, "Hail, traveler!"
No, not this one. Not this one.
Get down!
Caelum.
Down again. Hey now.
This is what dreams are made of.
Yeah, I guess he's going to get in front of the Hellfire weapon and Cat, raise a shield, point the spear, Guiding Bolt, 5th level.
All right, make that attack roll.
Should really remember this. The minute's over. Does a 22?
It does.
Nice. Next hit is a. Why did I put that away? Sorry. It takes 29 points of lightning damage.
It doesn't.
Oh boy.
What's half of 29? 14.
Yes.
Yes.
You shoot it out, but you notice a lot of that electricity gets like sort of absorbed into its longsword, which starts sparking with electricity.
Oops. Big oops.
Cat. Or did you have anything else that you wanted to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. Cat.
So, Cat is going to. I think she has her Eldritch. She has her Eldritch cannon. So she's going to use her bonus action to shoot out with that.
Absolutely.
For another natural 20! Ah,
Blah,
praise the
blah,
iron
blah, blah, blah,
gods.
blah, blah.
Yes! It's force damage. Ooh. Okay, I need to add math. Math is hard.
Yes, it is.
Why
That's
is
why I
math
have
so
a
hard?
calculator.
Is
Up next is going to be Gwen.
sorry. So it is.
Oh, you do have
47.
advantage. You do have advantage on this, which you got a natural 20.
Yeah. So that's fine. It was 47 points of force damage.
47 points? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you roll that? Can you roll that second d20 just in case?
You make it explode.
Okay. Oh no, I do this home rule thing where like if you have advantage on an attack and you score 2 natural 20s, the thing dies. I don't care what it is. It just dies.
Oh. Fair game.
So that was
Gwen is up.
that was how much?
47 points of force damage.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, owie.
And that was her bonus action.
So what? All right. It is no longer affected by guiding bolt, so this will be normal.
That is a-okay. Because she is going to she's going to reach into or like Peebles, she'll look at Peebles and nod, and Peebles will shoot another like pop another bullet out as she says it's gonna be a rainy day. And when the bullet locks into the pistol, she's just going to shoot it towards the sky and cast Call Lightning.
Okay. So that's a save from the Baylor.
Yes, it needs a 17 dex save.
Dexterity save. That's going to be 14.
Okay, so that does not succeed, and...
Okay, it is not a lightning storm outside.
Okay.
So I'm going to say you don't get that extra d10.
Okay, sounds good. Just wanted to check. So I'm going to use that one, this die, for a total of 13 points of lightning damage.
All right. It is officially not bloodied, but icoried, I guess. I don't know.
I-cord. All right, so that's Cat's turn.
Yes, it is Gwen's turn now.
All right, Gwen would like to tiny rage, please.
All right.
Gwen,
It is surprisingly easy to do that here.
Oh, awesome.
So
She
what?
is this
You
thing
know
on the
what?
ground?
It is like hovering just off the ground, like
Mhm.
it hasn't like fully descended yet.
Okay.
Like
So
you,
but I
you'll
can
be able to
hit
hit it with a melee attack
Okay.
if you want to.
I do want to. Gwen is going to move in and do 2 attacks. I just want to make sure. Cool, why not? Okay, so Gwen is going to do 2 attacks. First one is, well, they're just recklessly, why not? So, 24.
A 24 is going to hit.
Okay.
And as you do, you realize the air around this creature is extremely hot.
Ooh.
And as you make contact with it, you realize that it is singeing you. You're going to take 5 points of fire damage.
I don't even give a shit. Not per attack, right? But just because I'm within 5 feet of it, sort of thing.
A creature that touches the Lesser Baelor or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet of it takes fire damage. So I think this is for every attack.
Yep. Fuck it. All right. Second attack is a 22.
What was the damage on the first attack?
I didn't roll yet. I rolled the second attack before we started doing that.
Add 1 to it.
To the damage.
Mm-hmm. You feel
16.
the 16. Okay. You feel the latent rage that is ever present on Avernus seem to it becomes you, Gwen.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Does a 22 hit too?
22 absolutely hits.
All right, let's do this shit. Oh, that's max damage.
Right,
Still
you're-
plus
you're-
1?
You're as long as you're raging,
So 8.
you're going to take 8 points of fire damage.
18 damage on that one.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm here. Might as well action surge and do another attack.
Absolutely.
Action, so I get 2 more attacks.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not great. 14 probably, or 15 doesn't hit.
A 15 will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
And
you don't
then-
take fire damage.
Sweet. 25.
That'll hit.
Okay. 15 damage.
You're going to take 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
What does it look like whenever you destroy this creature?
Oh, hot damn. Okay.
Right before his turn.
Yeah. So the fire's licking off this thing onto Gwen, and you can see it singeing her hair and some of her clothing. You see Gwen hit twice, and then like a shadow or like a delay effect. Grayskull hits twice again in the exact same way that she does, as like part of the action surge is melding with her. I'm gonna flavor all of them like that. So she just, I'm gonna say she hits a ankle, hits a calf, and then Grayskull hits the chest because he's taller.
Yeah. And everybody make a dexterity. Well, everybody who is within 20 feet of it, so I think that's everybody, make a dexterity saving throw.
+3. No. Yes,
No.
+3.
Okay,
It's fine.
23.
16 is what you need to beat.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have enough dice for this.
No.
Okay. If you're on your dex save, you did not meet a DC 16, you're going to be taking 37 points of fire damage.
Oh wait, aren't you in summer?
Yeah, I do have a resistance against that, so that's
If you succeed, that will be 18 points. If you succeed and are resistant, that is 9.
9.
9.
Caelum gets pitched back into the infernal machine. Just slams really hard.
Ooh. You failed your save there.
I got a 2.
Cool. Yeah,
but
so
it-
Caelum gets pitched back, slams really hard, and then Cori lands on top of him.
You take another point.
Gwen's she's normally angry when she rages, but she's angry but also like super hype. Like she's digging being in the house right now. She is a little burned. But she's like, she flips up her axe and knocks Grayskull and it fades. She's like, that was fucking oh god, Cori. Where's Caelum?
Hey,
Oh gods.
is this what Gwen said about you being on top?
Ugh, she beats against the wall and stands up.
Gwen helps Caelum out and then gives him a high five.
Ow.
Cat, you just hear her cackling from where she had been blasted to. Trudy has also like rolled with her, having taken a majority of damage as well. She says, "That was incredible, Peebles! Peebles, you need to take that." Peebles? Peebles! Like she starts looking around. Her familiar does not have as many hit points as 37 or half of 37.
Oh no.
Tikan?
You had
Nah.
pocketed her, yeah?
No, I brought her out and then
Brought
put her on my
back out again.
shoulder.
You gooses.
They are gone.
There is a loud cry of remorse of just Peebles like to the sky.
Pat.
Damn it.
Pat.
Trudy
You're
is
right,
like
Cat.
rolling up and trying to do like the thing that Cybra normally does of like
Oh.
giving support.
I imagine Cat got blasted, but she's hanging by her suspenders off something.
Yes.
Oh,
Just off of
no.
like one of these like black jagged pieces of metal.
Oh yeah,
Just
that
like
looks like
hanging.
it could have definitely speared her through,
But it didn't.
but it didn't.
All right. You are here in the middle of this crater with the thing that you came here for.
Cat's gonna like dust off her coveralls, and then go over towards the thing that they were looking for, this hellfire apparati, and is just going to like cradle it against her and just, it's okay, you're still fine, like coddling this piece of machinery.
It's not alive.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it is to her.
You're gonna be in New Peoples.
I am a little concerned about this one.
Go ahead and take that inspiration.
Yes.
Gwen, you, I think at this point might realize that her hair isn't necessarily frizzy, it's very singed.
Oh no. Ah, buddy. Do you want me to braid your hair?
What? No.
Like this? No, that way it's out of the way.
She just says, I don't have time for that, and just walks off.
I can carry something. I'm very strong.
She's gone.
Bitches.
Where are y'all headed?
Where are we headed?
Back
guess-
to the fucking
Yeah.
machine.
Do you need help carrying things?
Probably. She's not walking very fast carrying it.
Yeah, it is very cumbersome. Like, this is a very large weapon. Like, it's used to fight hordes of demons. Like,
Gwen just comes up behind her and like scoops it up from under and just like walks.
Is it the... Is it just the cannon that's made out of this hellfire steel, or like it's all the wreckage around us?
the cannon itself is what contains the hellfire weapon. Like, it's a
okay.
hellfire cannon.
Okay.
But the steel itself, it's of similar construct to the war machines around you, but not quite the same.
I don't feel sick when I magically inspect that, right?
No, if you look like directly in the barrel, sure, but I mean, you shouldn't do that anyway.
Gun safety.
Gun safety.
Cori's gonna give Caelum 35 points of lay on hands.
Thanks.
When she does so, it just looks like she reaches out and like moonfire like licks up between her fingers.
I shift back into my werewolf.
You weren't supposed to tell them yet.
Moonfire.
I was like, Bartholomew? As soon as I heard that, like, that dice roll.
All right, so as everybody heads back to this infernal machine, you don't even need a perception check or a divine sense for this. As the machine comes within sight, you hear the yes, Gwen.
Sorry, could I have grabbed the whip?
No, unfortunately, it also, whenever the Baylor exploded, its weapons were also consumed. It is in the stat block.
Fine.
Wink wonk.
But you might be in luck because you feel the air coming off the wing beats of two much larger demons of a very similar paradigm than the one that you just fought.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Everyone get in the car.
Turns slowly and glares at them, and she's like, I have absolutely had it with these fucking devils!
Demons.
Whoa!
She turns
Whoa.
around. She turns around at Caelum and glares at him, and then Kat says, "Whoa!" and she glares at her.
We are different. Devils, demons. What, you think all you elves are the
I
same?
get a 4.
I start shoving them both towards the
Gwen's at the top going, go!
And as you all are walking, are being shoved toward the infernal machine, you see that there's someone standing next to the machine. It's a lone woman, black hair, tipped in an acidic green dye falling out of one side of the dark leather hood that's obscuring her face, who is slowly walking towards the scene, calmly, commanding the attention of the demons that are pursuing you, and all of you.
Do I recognize this person?
Make a check of some sort.
Are they... Will this be like a history or a religion thing?
Make a check of some sort.
Okay.
Is she helping, or does she look like
You-
she's going to
That's a
hinder?
You have no idea who this person is.
I'll use my Flash of Genius ability to give myself +5 to that ability check.
You have no idea who this is.
Shit.
Cori's drawing her sword.
She raises a hand, and you see that the sleeve of her leather jacket rises to cover her index and middle finger, and then clenches her fist. Two of the those same spectral draconic forms seem to descend from the sky behind her toward the scene. And as they plummet near her, they solidify into two impossibly large black dragons who launch themselves at the Baylors and begin tearing them asunder. Sorry, she's hooded. Come.
Bear witness to my majesty.
Cat just yells, "You got it," and continues.
She gestures to your vehicle.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Time to go.
We run for the vehicle.
I keep myself between this person and my other companions. Not that it would help very much, but Gwen does it.
Yeah, and you all scramble into your vehicle, taking your battle stations. Rich says, "Hey, well, welcome back. How are y'all doing?
Go, 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 go.
Go. What do you mean?"
Gwen slides over the console and gets in her spot, starts revving it up.
Does the Dukes of Hazzard slide?
And yeah, you begin making your way back towards where you first started this. And yeah.
Bridget, we did it. It's all here. It's in good condition. Okay, it got a little scuffed when we blew up, but things happen. It's otherwise immaculate.
Oh, well, that's great, sugar.
She's just like so giddy about the fact that we got this weapon.
All right, calm down.
Man the other claw.
Yeah, no, y'all are rushing forward. As y'all look back out, there is no sign of this woman. But yeah, you continue making your way until you are back. You are able to make your way back toward the mountainous region where this colossal this colossal reptilian skull, this colossal dragon skull, is like set into the mountainside, and you see the cathedral in the distance behind it. Yeah, you park the vehicle there.
Put it in park. So who the fuck was that?
Just,
None of you have any idea.
Just a cloaked figure with like fucking green and black hair. It's chill. Wait, do I recognize that?
you had seen Zelena,
Oh.
the green one, but
So this is not Zelena, but make a check.
I rolled a 16 on the dice.
What? I think your religion is -1. Is that right?
I mean, yes.
What's your wisdom modifier?
A 0.
I can give you a flash of genius.
Only if you actually.
I will.
Is that something you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
you get +5
sorry.
to your roll.
Sweet. 21.
There's definitely it seems to be a family resemblance.
Gwen like stops, puts her finger to her forehead. Was that one of the queen's heads?
That would explain the black dragons. Hey, Bridget, have you ever seen the queen before?
No.
Just like looking at the back of her head, like,
You are so worthless. Why are you the head engineer?
Because it came down from on high. I ain't never seen the queen because like I'm just like one of the foot soldiers, or battlefield medics, or mage rights, or whatever you want to call it. But like I mean I'm not important enough to go see the queen.
She has concerts now.
Well, I know, but like I'm not rich enough to go to one of those.
After we get this up and working, I'm sure she'll give at least me VIP tickets.
Oh no. I'm definitely doing this so that like maybe I get a little more
Little something.
yeah, just a little more clout. Cause this is coming from like one of her consorts. Like,
Gross.
Incredible.
hey.
Did they do it as? Can Tarlayan turn into a people?
So Katie, what are you planning to do after this? After you get this done?
Well,
Yeah, I see you got your little hell thingy.
I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna figure out how we can use this.
What do you mean reverse it, like pointing at your head?
What? No, that's opposite rule.
That's really bad.
Gun
You should not
safety.
do that. Gun safety.
Gun safety.
No, you don't point it at yourself. You point it at demons.
All right.
We're gonna win. This right here, you and me, we're gonna win it. Our names are gonna go down, and their names are gonna go down as well. Each and every single one of you.
Well, I mean, you can have fun with that, but like, we don't really have a part in this. That's more of a y'all thing.
I stopped listening like 10 minutes ago, so like
Yeah, so as you're like definitely not paying attention to this, as you look outside, the woman is standing there.
oh my god. Wait, how do I look? A
Fine.
little singed? Is it noticeable?
Cori considers you for a moment, and then she smiles and she says, "Divine."
Gwen gets a little taller when she says that. She's like, well, thank you. All right, let's go fucking meet a god. Gwen like runs out the door. And then like she runs, and then she's right before she's in like line of sight, like starts striding forward and waiting for her friends that are hopefully right behind her.
Kat is once again cradling this like big or would she have been able to use a unseen servant spell?
This
Or is it
thing
too
is a
heavy?
bit too heavy
Okay.
for unseen servant.
Sounds good. So yeah, I'm just if I used an unseen servant in conjunction with my cannon, could they both move it?
Roll a spellcasting check.
Okay. That is a that's a modified 20.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, so I'm just rolling out this cannon for the figure.
Queen, my liege.
Yes, queen.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Thank you. But for keeps, you can consider that my thanks for saving his life.
Arjan?
Yes, I'm sure he hasn't thanked you, but his ideals fauna would never let him, but on his behalf, thank you for not letting my soon-to-be herald throw away his life.
Kat has just like rolled the weapon over to a workbench nearby. Doesn't even acknowledge that Tiamat is there.
Oh, congratulations. I hope you have fun with that.
Will do, thanks.
Just operating.
Cori is being very aloof.
Yeah, and you will notice that as she says, like, thank you for saving his life, she is, like, she's making sure that she has her eyes set on you, Cori.
Cori may glance at her, but then just kind of like roll her eyes and look away.
Of course.
So, like, do you come here often?
Punches Gwen in the arm.
Sorry.
I may have need of you for keeps.
Oh.
At some point. If I do, would you accept my call?
Yep.
Cori glares down at Gwen.
Gwen is infatuated.
Caelum.
Oh yeah, look. This person, like whenever she pulls back her hood, which she does whenever she thanks you, like this is like the spitting image of like Kelly Marie Tran. Like, she's an attractive woman. So makes sense.
Caelum will give her a small bow and say, well, if Arjan needs our help, we will certainly help him.
I can promise that much.
Well, all right then. Until that time, you're dismissed. She waves her hand, and a cloud of black smoke, impossibly dark, surrounds every part of your periphery until you can't see anything. And as this dark fog dissipates, you find yourself back in the bathhouse. Every patron who was there whenever you left seems to have already been there, or seems to still be there. Seems as if almost no time has passed at all.
Is Arjan with us?
No.
She was so pretty. Like, I don't like dragons, but like, damn. Maybe I do like dragons. This is becoming a theme.
Gwen, you're gonna flirt with the wrong deity, wrong thing, and something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be bad.
It's flattering. I never push it too far.
Caelum walks over to the front desk of the Temple of Soon and slaps down 5 gold.
Mhm.
We'd like a bath, please.
Oh, right.
Weren't you?
He waves a bit of the sulfur smell into her direction.
I mean, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you still have the bath.
Swipes the gold. Well, leaves the gold as a tip.
All right. We'll send some more oils and. How'd you get eggs down here?
Hot spring eggs. Ever heard of them? He's gonna quickly cast message and see if Arjan's okay.
The message does not seem to take hold.
Did you mean sending or message?
Sorry, sending. Yes.
Tell me about sending.
Sending. I know there's a percentage chance that it fails. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender. The spell enables a creature with intelligence, blah, blah, blah. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Okay, can you please roll percentage?
Yes. Where's the other D10? 80.
80. All right. What is this message?
Arjan, we are back in the bathhouse. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just headed back to the machine. It doesn't look like you're here. Neil's sending me back. And as soon, literally the second that you hear the word back in your mind, from another puff of black smoke, you see your dragonborn or your draconian friend. So,
I flirted with your queen.
what?
Yeah.
Sorry, she's
So-
really hot. Why didn't you tell me?
Sorry, you met Tiamat?
One of them,
One of her
Right?
aspects.
not
Came-
the green one, the black one. Well, the
Cara?
black with the green hair.
Oh. Well, why?
She wanted to thank us for she wanted to thank us for saving you, and said that she might have need of us.
She also said that you were like her herald or something.
What?
That you're gonna be her herald.
Oh, okay. It's like, I knew that was a possibility. I didn't think that she was like actually gonna go through with that.
What
Does that mean you're just gonna like talk for her?
I guess. Like, honestly, I don't really know. I don't really know what that entails, but I know that that might have been something that was expected of me. Anyway, so did y'all get to see the machine? Like, how was it?
It drives like a beauty.
So you actually took it for a test drive, okay?
Oh yeah, we fought some road rager people. They looked like big gnolls. And then we went to the scrapyard, and then there was this big fuck all thing there with like a whip, and we killed it before it could even do anything because we're that cool. And then on the way back, there was there were two bigger ones of those. And then the Dragon Queen came, and she summoned like two big ass black dragons from the sky, and then we got away in the machine, and then we got back, and then she said thank you, and we got the piece that the chick was looking for. It's something about killing demons.
So Kat, the tiefling engineer, procured a hellfire weapon. Said it was going to turn the tide of the blood war.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it seems like you've all had a pretty productive day. Is the machine all right?
Yeah, we didn't scratch it. I drove it. It was great.
Any
Great.
scratches would buff right out.
I think we might get that at some point whenever it's finished. That might be something that'll help us against like the Dark Star and everything.
This is the best fucking day of my life.
Yeah. So I guess Talane's coming through.
What?
Talane, my patron.
Yeah, coming through. What do you mean by coming through? Coming through to this plane?
No. He is firmly back in a bonus. I don't think he's going to be making another appearance here.
Oh, good.
But like whenever we first did the whole like patron and whatever I was relationship, like I was really concerned that we didn't have the firepower to go against the Dark Star, and so I said that I would help him fight his war if he helped us against the Dark Star, because, world-ending terror and all that. And I guess this is his way of coming through with that.
Well, that's good, right? That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sweet. Can he turn into a people too?
Oh my god, Gwen.
Maybe. I mean, he's like super dead right now.
What? You said he was coming through.
I mean, Tarlean's been dead for a while. I don't know if he still has the power to like change shape.
I believe there was the heart episode. He changed shape to a human to talk to you. No, I might be thinking.
No, so he took on the form of Arjan, basically a bigger form of Arjan.
Okay.
Wait, so he's like he's dead, but
Yeah.
like not dead.
I mean, so like you know how, I think you have the same thing going on with your Goliath friend.
Oh, so he's like a spirit.
Yeah.
Ah, is he still the lady's consort?
Yes.
Gwen has a very confused look on her face, like she's trying to work out how that works.
I think I have something to research later. Oh, just all this talk about in between, like life and death and spirits and stuff. Maybe I'll look into it a little further.
You want to ask Grayskull?
I can do that.
Oh yeah, he's in my head all the time. He sees everything that I see. As we're sitting in the bathhouse.
Everything.
Yeah. She was hot, wasn't she?
There is just a deep rumble chuckle in the back of your head.
What do you want to know? Because I've been to the spirit world too.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
Kind of just want to relax right now.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a hell of a day, right? I can't give myself inspiration, so.
And then
I'll
we
allow it.
all laughed.
I'll allow Arjan an inspiration. Just this once.
No.
Okay. All right.
And with that, unless if there's no other conversations that anybody wants to have, that's where we're going to call it for tonight. So thanks everybody to go into hell with me.
Yay!
Thanks for running that. That was super fun.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to do
for
the
sure.
Descent into Avernus rules with her, that sort of thing yet.
Yeah, I'm running a Descent into Avernus home game right now, and this is a great excuse for me to figure out how vehicles work. Well, it's a great way to figure out how infernal vehicles work, which are different from the rest of the vehicles, apparently. But yeah. How do I hand over sign-offs?
Well, seeing as how you are in the first slot right now, hey Cyber, where can we find you? What do you do?
Well, hoy! I'm Cyber. You can typically find me on Twitter, where I post pictures of my dog and also various other shit posts at CyberWolf1 on Twitter. I also have a Twitch channel where I play video games so very badly, and talk about lore. We just finished the main series, or the main story of Castlevania Lords of Shadows, so we'll be doing the DLC and possibly jump into Mirror of Fate next time. So come by if you wanna see how that twisty plot or ending to that plot happens. All the archives of that go to YouTube, youtube.com/cyberwolf1201, where you can also find the podcast that Kyle with an N and I do called Let's Talk About It, where we get drunk, do parkour, and talk about stuff going on in our RPG games and just the larger TTRPG community. There's some D&D Beyond tutorials there as well. Maybe more coming soon as more features get added to D&D Beyond. Yeah. For RPG related stuff though, I am on the DM's Guild. I have a Patreon where I do Tal'Dorei conversions and other design work. And I'm usually here on Mondays playing Arjan and not DMing, because that's scary as hell. But yeah, you should check out the rest of that if you liked what you saw here. I am also on the Thursday game, Ghost of Saltmarsh, where I play Albus Systemic Hybrid Sorcerer, and I just started off on Pro Restar channel on Saturdays now. I play Kuruk, the Shifter Druid. I will use in the motherfucking chat.
Yeah, that's it. That's me.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream video games with some of these lovely individuals. You can catch me here, of course, tomorrow as Hubris, the Tiefling Sorcerer Warlock, in our War of the Spark campaign, where we're going to the theater. Carnival. You can also catch me on every other Sunday, not this one, but next one, over at G Game Nights with a K, where we play, myself and LBHackEmUp, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign where I play a one-hit wonder in Samik the Half-Orc Barbarian. That two-shotted, like, 2 different bugbears in a row. It was really good.
Cool, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on Twitter. I play here Mondays and Tuesdays. Tomorrow I'll be playing my girl Ghost, and who got fucked up by a god, man. This god was not as nice as the rest of them. Wednesdays, starting next week, you can find me on Nerdiversion's channel doing the Rod of 7 Parts, with Jordan with PH. And then not this week Friday, but next week Friday, doing Dammit Barry's channel, doing Ghost of Saltmarsh. On Sunday this week, you can catch me on G Game Nights playing Abby, the expert on our Monster of the Week game. DanaeKeener.com.
And speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hey everybody, my name's Danae. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. I play here on Mondays and Tuesdays. And I also will be there for our Magic the Gathering Ravnica game, continuing the Waterdeep adventure, DanaeKeener.com. Oh, I guess until next time, Randy Vargas will be played by Mark Hamill.
Yes. That is a hint into tomorrow's episode because there's a certain demon who has a very particular clowny accent that we're going for. But if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey fella, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/indooradventures. We do shows like this Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All of our videos and VODs go up at youtube.com/indooradventures, or if you are, interested in audio casts, consider going to anywhere where audio casts are available for free, and you can find us under the same moniker. Right now, we are going to be indeed going to our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you would like to have your questions answered that you've posed throughout the show, consider going to that very same Patreon, and you can check it out there. But until next time, I would like to say, Cyber, thank you so much for running this game. I had a blast being able to be a player. Thank you.
Thanks for playing with me.
Of course. And thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. I love seeing y'all in the chat, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.